Hello and welcome to the 8th edition of our elections presentation. My name is Moleboheng and this time around I'm joined by my colleague Carl Janse. This week we recorded more than 350,000 mentions in the online conversation about elections. This conversation consists mainly of reposts, which make up more than 90% of the overall mentions. The highest peak was recorded on May 7th at the height of the DA ad controversy and the MK party's internal squabbles, which we'll discuss later in this presentation. Among the main talking points during the research period was a critique of the ANC fueled by ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula, who went to campaign in Inanda, Durban in a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon believed to be valued at 3 million rand. Mbalula and the ANC by extension were criticized for being out of touch with the struggles of South Africans and flaunting luxury and wealth when millions of citizens struggled with service delivery. We also noted a call on parties to apply better campaign strategies and to move away from desperate attempts to garner support. This conversation follows on from our findings in the previous period, where pictures of politicians helping residents with laundry garnered criticism from individuals who questioned how far was too far for votes and those who felt that desperate times called for desperate measures. The Democratic Alliance released a campaign ad on the 5th of May, which featured the burning of the South African flag. The ad received widespread criticism from individuals who condemned the party for showing the burning of the flag. President Cyril Ramaphosa also denounced the ad, while Arts, Sports and Culture Minister Zizi Kodwa indicated that the government would seek to take action against the DA. A photoshopped image showing Steenhuisen burning the South African flag has also been making the rounds online. We note that disinformation drawing on controversy surrounding the flag is being used to discredit Steenhuisen in response to the campaign advert. I'll now hand over to my colleague Kyle, who'll share more of our findings.
Thank you, Lebo. We noted conversation around the ANC inviting the ruling party of Zimbabwe, the ZANU-PF, to observe and support the ANC's campaigning efforts ahead of the national elections. Opposition parties lambasted this invitation, noting the history of controversial elections and concerns around democracy in Zimbabwe. The ANC defended the invitation, noting the tradition of inviting liberation movements throughout the region, which was misinterpreted by opposition parties as an invitation to observe elections in an official capacity. The IEC has indicated that ZANU-PF has not been granted observer status for the coming elections. Stories around former President Jacob Zuma continue to make headlines with an MK intelligence report claiming that there is a plot to poison Zuma. There were also claims that ex-party leader Jabulani Kumalo allegedly put out a hit on the former president. These reports bolstered support for him in certain blocs, with many noting that attempts to delegitimize, discredit, or assassinate him will continue to fail. On the other hand, critics suggest that these reports are a PR stunt in order to gain sympathy. Former President Zuma has also faced internal opposition within the MK party, with Jabulani Kumalo, who registered the MK party, requesting the IEC to remove Jacob Zuma as the face and president of the MK party. The IEC responded that they do not involve themselves in the internal affairs of political parties and in any event can only take instruction from the party's registered leader, who is currently Jacob Zuma. Moving to the CIBC's recommendations. In the first instance, we recommend that individuals engage in discussion around national symbols, free expression, and democratic principles. Dialogue should be encouraged around election tactics and separation of powers. Secondly, the IEC's role in election accreditation and procedures should be highlighted. Education and critical discussion around South Africa's role and history in the SADC region should be encouraged, as well as illuminating the historic and continuing links informing diplomacy in the region. Finally, media, civil society, and campaigns are encouraged to share messaging reminding voters that disillusionment, with parties and their leaders should be a catalyst for voting. In addition to that, it should be encouraged that understanding party positions and plans is crucial to making an informed voting choice. Thank you.